In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a game tournament bracket step by step. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using the Brackets Ninja software. In my opinion, it's by far the best software for creating brackets because it's super customizable, very easy to set up, and also completely free. So the first thing I want you to do is to click the first link in the description of this video, which will take you to this page right here. And once you're on this page, I want you to go to the top right hand corner of the screen, which is where you will find the try for free button right here. I want you to click on that, and then you'll be taken to the back end of the Brackets Ninja software. You will see this window right here, which is where we need to select what type of bracket we want to create. Now you have a single elimination bracket right here, you have a double elimination, March Madness, round robin, group stage, and a custom one as well, just in case you're looking to create a little bit of a different game tournament bracket. On the right hand side here, you will also get a little bit of information as well as a preview of what the selected bracket could look like once you're done with setting it up. In my case, I'm going to go with a single elimination bracket. Before we proceed, at the bottom here you also have some additional settings that you can take advantage of. So you have enable voting right here and enable predictions. So if you want people to be able to vote within your bracket, then obviously make sure you enable this, and if you want to enable predictions, obviously go ahead and enable that as well. In my particular case, I want to be the one that is going to be going into the bracket and updating it manually as the game tournament progresses. And then once you're done with setting this up, go ahead and click on create tournament on the bottom here. Then you'll be taken to this page, which is where we can start customizing your game tournament bracket to your liking. Now the first thing you want to do here is go ahead and add every single participant that you want to have as part of your bracket. By default, you're going to get 4. So in order to add new participants, simply go ahead and click on add a participant right here and do that as many times as you need to, depending on the number of participants they want to have as part of the bracket. In my case, I want there to be 8 participants, and as you can see here is what my single elimination bracket would look like. The next step in the process is to provide information for every single participant. So if you click on the drop down right here on every single participant, you will see this field open up. This is where you can add the name, ranking. You can also add an image right here, which will go on the left hand side of the name right here. You can also provide the email address, website, a video URL, as well as a description. So as you can see in my case, I've only gone ahead and changed the names of the first 2 participants. So we have Kyle Franklin and Terry Rogers. Once you're done with adding all the participant information, the next step is to start customizing the game tournament bracket to your liking. So what you want to do here is go on the left hand side of the screen, which is where you will see matches, look and feel, settings, localization, integrations, entries, and analytics. These are some additional customizations that you can take advantage of to further customize your bracket. So if you go to look and feel right here, this is where you can customize the actual design of the bracket itself. So by default, you'll be taken to the basic tab right here, which is where you can change the font, the layout, the dimensions of the games, and the scores boxes right here, as well as the actual skin. So in my particular case, I'm going to change the skin from this light mode to this dark mode because I really like the look of it. I'm also going to go ahead and change the score size from 35 pixels to 60. And as you can see, that basically made the size of the scores box much bigger. That way, if you have a tournament where the scores can get to like triple digits, then obviously you want to make this bigger so then the score can fit in properly. In my case, I'm not going to change the font and the layout. I'll keep this as it is. Then you want to go to advanced right here on the top next to basic, which is where you can change the colors of pretty much any element that you will find as part of your bracket. So for example, if you go to background here, this is the current background that we have. But if I just change this to red, for example, it changes the background to red. In my case though, I'm going to keep it nice and dark like this, and basically the same goes for every other element that you see right here. And if you wanted to, you can also go ahead and add some custom CSS, but in my case, I'm not going to do that. I'll just leave it as it is. Then once you're done with this particular section, go to the background section, which is another step to the right. And this is where you can customize the actual background of your bracket. The first option that you have here is transparent mode. So if you plan to integrate or embed your bracket as part of your website, then I recommend you to have this enabled because it will make the bracket look very nice and clean. In my case, though, I'm going to disable it because that's not relevant for me. Then you can also change the image behavior right here from cover, contain, and original. And you can also upload your own image as a background. Alternatively, you can also take advantage of any of these pre-existing background images. As you can see, there's a bunch of different options that you can choose from depending on what you're looking for. And if you don't want to have an image or a solid color as your background, you can also opt for one of the existing background patterns right here. As you can see, there's a number of different options that you can choose from. In my case, I actually quite like the look of this one, or maybe even the olive green one. I think that actually looks better. But yeah, I'm going to go for this one. Once you're done with customizing the actual design of your game tournament bracket, on the left hand side, I want you to go down to settings, which which is where you can start customizing the actual features and functionalities of the bracket itself. So if you go right at the top here, this is where you can change the main title of the bracket. So at the moment it's My Bracket Tournament. You can customize that to whatever you want. You can also change the bracket type right here if you don't want to go for single elimination or if you chose the wrong type of bracket. In my case, I'm going to stick with this one. You can add the description here as well as the rules and terms of the bracket. If you go down, you will see the feature section. So for example, if you want to have a third place match, simply enable this and then you'll see the third place match bracket right here. In my case, I'm going to disable this. And by the way, if you don't know what some of these features do, on the right hand side of each one, you will see this information icon. So just hover over it and then you will get a brief explanation of the feature. Then if you go even further down, you will see the visibility section. So this is where you can show and hide certain elements on your bracket. So for example, if you want to hide the bracket title, simply uncheck this box right here and then the bracket title will be removed. And the same goes for all the other elements that you see right here on the bottom. And if you go even further down, you will see the date and time section, the social section, as well as the customize your widget URL section as well. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of different customizations you can take advantage of to truly create the exact type of game tournament bracket that you're looking for. Once you're done with setting it up, go to the top right corner of the screen, which is where you will see the Save Changes button. Click on that, and then you'll be prompted to a login screen for the Brackets Ninja software. Make sure to log in, and then you'll be taken to this step right here, which is where we need to assign your game tournament bracket to a project. So click on select right here, and then go ahead and click on new project. In my particular case, I've already got a project here, so I'm going to go for my first project and then click on Save Changes. Once you've done that, your game tournament bracket will be ready to use. So you can either copy the code right here and embed it on your website, or you can simply share this link right here with others. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and close this down. And the last step you want to take here is go ahead and click on Start Tournament once the game tournament actually starts. In your case, in my case, I'm going to start it now. And then before we do so, you will see this window open up. On this pop-up, you will see the things that you can change after starting the tournament, as well as the things that you can change. Once you've read through this, go ahead and click on Start Tournament, and then the tournament will begin. And that's pretty much it. Now, in my particular case, since I'm going to be the one that is going to be manually updating the bracket as the tournament progresses, I want to go to the matches section here on the left hand side, which is where I can see all the different matches right here on the left hand side, as you can see. So if I just go to match number 1, which is between Kyle Franklin and Terry Roger here, on the drop down, you will see the information. So in my particular case, let's suppose that Kyle Franklin has managed to beat Terry Roger 5-2. What I want to do here is go to winner and then click on the drop down, then select Kyle Franklin as the winner. And as you can see, Kyle Franklin automatically moved to the second stage of the tournament, whereas Terry Roger will be crossed out because he's been eliminated. In order to update the score of the match right here, go to the score section and just type it in. In my case, it was 5-2, so just leave it as that. And then of course at the bottom here, you can also go ahead and add the date of the match, the time, the location and the venue, as well as a game overview if that's relevant. And then of course, make sure to go ahead and publish the changes. Now, despite the fact that there are a lot of features and functionalities the Brackets Ninja offer that don't require you to opt for one of their premium plans, there are some that will require you to go for one of the premium options. So for example, if I wanted to add an image to Kyle Franklin right here, which is this thumbnail option, this requires a premium plan. So I just want to quickly run you through the different premium plans and show you what they have to offer. So if you click on free right here on the top that says upgrade now, click on that, and then you'll automatically be taken to the plans page. This is what the plans page looks like, and here are all the available plans that you can choose from for the Brackets Ninja software. By default, you would have gone for the free plan right here, which is what I am using right now. As you can see, it supports up to 300 monthly page views. It does not allow for votes or predictions. It allows for up to 1 bracket for up to 8 teams or players per bracket. So if you want to create a bracket with 9 players, for example, or more, then you have to go for one of the premium plans right here. As you can see, even the basic plan, for example, supports up to 32 teams or players per bracket for up to 10 brackets. It also allows for predictions and votes, and it allows you to get unlimited monthly page views on your bracket. And if you plan to use the Brackets Ninja software rather than a one-off, then I would recommend you to go for an annual plan because you get to save up to 48%, which is a very big saving. And if you want to compare all the plans before you make your decision, I'd recommend you to go all the way to the bottom here, which is where you can take a look at the individual features and functionalities that each plan offers. And yeah, that's about it. That's how to make a game tournament bracket. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out.